You would have me spread my forces across the realm to search for nightmares you dredged up from a bottle?
It's not!
Or should I say, the whispers of eastern vipers tickling your ears?
But Mother!
Enough! Then next you come before me to vomit up your counsel. Make sure it doesn't stink of treason.
Damn the man! He wouldn't let me get a word in edgewise. Mother always knew how to talk to him. Mother had a way with Father, but she could be just as stubborn. If she wanted something done and he wouldn't oblige, she'd do it herself. Time to take her lessons to heart, I guess. If my father won't take a stand, then Our kingdom consists of 3 holds. Halfingar, Hjalmarch, and Karthald. I need to warn them. The Jarls might listen, even if my father won't. We should visit Jarl Redharn of Hjalmarch first. If we can convince him of the threat, at least his hold can take steps to protect. Honestly, I don't know. But Jarl Redharn tempers his warrior nature with a kindness not often seen in people of his stature. Besides, he's always had a soft spot for me ever since his daughter and I played together. I remember a time when we were all happy together. Him and Mother and I. Seems like a lot. I tried, but... Well? Yeah! Yeah!
Assassins tried to kill the High King.
Yeah!
They murdered Queen Gerhild.
Our poor king must be thirsty.
Yeah! Yeah!
Pleased to see you in solitude, stranger.
Yeah! Yeah!
I killed a man for a mystery.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
skeever kebabs. Get your delicious skeever kebabs. You there, friend. You look like a traveler with him. Hungry from a pastry? Buy a delicious skeever kebab today.
Wolves of ice and bone attacked Brune, my lady, and he saw ghosts.
Ghosts? Nonsense.
Lucky Mog passed along the message. I would have hated to miss on his side.
Keep it down. You'll wake the dead.
Why does the Princess of Solitude grace my humble hall with her royal presence? Are you here on behalf of the High King?
I've come to warn you, Jarl Redharn.
Warn me? I already received orders from your father. What more is there to say?
Orders? Right. But you need to prepare the hold's defenses.
And what must we defend ourselves against this time? More urns and fetishes?
Please, Jarl Redharn, let my friend explain. The threat to our holds is worse than you can imagine. Well, that didn't go too badly. Tell the Jarl...
You're not the subject of this realm, and that woman with you. She's the giantess of the East. The High King warned us to beware of packed spies. If Princess Svanna trusts you, however, you have my We're not Daedra worshippers. Our blood's hot enough to boil a blizzard. We've got more pressing concerns than some northern squall. We received Svargrim's orders, promptly ignored them, and immediately ran afoul of a gaggle of reach. The High King sent a royal decree, said to leave any strange objects or fetishes we spotted around the hold alone. They were dangerous, he said. Just so happens we found a few. I had my soldiers destroy them. That's when we encountered the Reachmen. The barbarians reacted poorly when we destroyed the strange witch sticks. We beat them back and chased them into the nearby barrow. But that was the last I heard from my soldiers. Since you dealt with this before, would you investigate the barrow? If I were a few years younger and had more soldiers to spare, I'd march east to the Morthal barrow and deal with the sorceress nonsense myself. But I'm not. I don't. And I have other responsibilities. Take this key. They were tall, ugly things, covered in strange runes, fetishes, and a poultice that smelled like rotting fungus. They had been set up around the town. My soldiers assumed they'd find one at the barrow, but instead they sent word of the Reachmen. Really? Last I heard, the princess was more interested in... No, I won't indulge in idle gossip. Svanna carries herself well. Not with the grace of her mother, but she has the swagger of a warrior. She was taken from us 5 years ago. If I had pushed her harder, she might have had the strength to survive.
Yeah. Yeah. See that mound? That's the barrow. The entrance will be down below.
Keep back! The barrow... You there! The barrow is off limits.
What happened here?
We are here to make sure nothing gets in or out, and will do so by any means. I did not want to spare the soldiers I had left to send a message. We destroyed a number of strange sticks set up on the outskirts of town. When we reached the barrow, we spotted a few reeds. A storm appeared in the barrow, if you can believe such a thing. It was foul magic, almost certainly. Soldiers began changing around me. We never made it that far inside. And when the storm hit, it was all I could do to get out and seal the door behind us. If the Jarl...
Yeah. 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 Those bodies, they're the Jarl's soldiers.
A meager harvest. This grave reliquary must be moved to more fruitful fields. Protect the witch pike. Do not let them destroy it.
That's done. Tell the Jarl what happened to her. If I never have to enter another barrow, it will be too soon.
And then Mog threw up all over the Sword Thane's boots.
Ha! This orc friend of yours sounds... Ah, your companion's return. Well, friend of Svana, are you as good as your word? Tell me what you discovered at the Mortal Barrow. A harrow storm. Like the thing the princess was telling me about? The thing that destroyed Kilcreath? Gods! A pox on the Reach and its barbarian horde! What else? What about the Reachmen in the... Disappointing, but not unexpected. Reach witches are a tricky lot. Still, you have my thanks. In the meantime, Hjalmar shall prepare for war. We may not have a defense against the harrow storms, but we can be ready to...
With you and Lyris's help, we've gained the trust of Jarl Redharn. My father respects the Jarl. That will go a long way in convincing the High King to take the Coven's threat seriously. Jarl Ulfwen rules the Hold, which was established to provide a defensible border against the Reach. If any of the Western Holds can deal with this threat, it's Carthald. But first, I have one more thing to discuss with Jarl Redharn. Jarl Redharn, prepare your forces as you say. But we need you in Solitude.
Solitude?
Tore each other apart, right in front of me.
Stay inside. Stick together. We'll take care of this. These people, they're from Carthwatch. They might be all that's left of the town. When you told me, I didn't quite believe it. But seeing these people, it makes it all too real. There could be other survivors out there. Maybe even Jarl Ulfwen. Let's hurry. Every second we waste could be the difference between life or death. What is to become of me?
You escaped the barrow? No matter. This time we'll harvest all of the Grey Reliquaries.
That Coven Witch. Is she the one that escaped from the barrow?
Too bad you arrived so late. Your life energy would fit perfectly in my reliquaries. Protect the Grey Reliquary with your lives!
I need a moment. Let's talk over there. Gods. Did all this Sorry. Guess I'm not completely used to the fighting and all. That urn, though. The Grey Reliquary. The witch was adamant about protecting it, gathering it up. She said, remember what the witch said as we approached the town? This time we'll harvest all the Grey Reliquaries, she said. That our life energy would have fit perfectly in the urns. I think the Hera Storm steals life energy. If the Jarl is still alive, she can take care of herself for a while longer. The witch hasn't gathered all the reliquaries yet. I say we get to them first and destroy them.
The Herald Storms are doing all the work, but they're taking all the fun out of the conquest.
Breaking these things won't bring my people back. But the same goes for the Grey Host. That's done. Now let's check on the yard. Her hall is right up the hill.
Stay back! Don't make me! Oh, you're not one of the witches or their monsters. I thought this was the end for me. I barely have the strength left to conjure a light breeze. Wait a moment. Is that... I'm Magister Fidelia. I serve Jarl Orphan as her court mage. I've been fending off witches, vampires, and these crazed villagers. I'm not sure. I sent the Jarl into the cellar when the storm began, when I still thought it was just a bad storm. The cellar. Jarl Ulfwen is in the cellar. Make sure that she's all right.
Jarl Ulfwen! No! We need to get some air. Please, recover the crown. We can't leave it down here. I'm sorry, Fidelia. Jarl Ulfwen, she's...
That's the Carthold crown. Jarl Ulfwen's gone, then? I failed. Harrowstorm? Is that what you call what happened here? Why I didn't turn into a monster is a mystery. Wait. The Hold soldiers clashed with Reachman scouts a few days ago. They brought back these medallions the scouts were wearing. Yes. I was preparing to study the enchantments I detected upon it when the Harrowstorm struck.
Earthwatch is gone. No people, no Jarl. The seat of the entire Hold. Wiped out. I need to get back to the Evers now and gather the survivors. Take them to Solitude, where they'll be safe. At least as safe as we can make them. Then I have to have a serious talk. Return to Solitude. Find Lyris and meet me in the Blue Palace. I have a room upstairs that we can use. We need to come up with a plan. Something that will help me Magister Fidelia, as the highest-ranking official remaining from the court of Carthold, I need you to come to Solitude.
The Harrowed feel nothing. Do not be gentle with them.
I'm not to be disturbed, unless those two decide to play nice with each other and join me.
Jarl Morin, Rigert has a new aide. We can talk with the Thanes now.
The talks aren't happening, Rigert. Those fools refuse to set aside their inane feud. Gods, I need a drink.
Let's talk, friend. Jarl Morin wants Rigert's help to get the Thanes to put aside their silly feud so they can negotiate. It's just like... Rigert does not know. Every little thing rankles these western beard pullers. My cheese is too round. Mine is not round enough. Rigert, get your hands out of the cheese. Rigert knows only what Jarl Morin told him. Thane Raldi likes to fish and keeps the old gods. The animal kinds. Thane Svein likes to eat and complain. Like Thanes do in Eastmarch, but meaner. Rigert, thank you, friend. This makes Rigert happier than a hairy skeever in the larder. Ending this feud will be simple for us. Rigert has overcome many. Rigert has this under control.
Shut up, Iceal. I'd let the giant bed me before I sat at the table with Thane Bro.
Ah, that happened to Rigard once. Friend, perhaps...
Orky's gullet. The Skull King's got some kind's breath. I'm about to keel over from hunger, and that's all you can think to ask me? I am a Thane of Western Skyrim, not some mullet. Every time I've been invited to Jarl Morin's cabin, she's prepared a traditional feast for me. This time, I fasted all week just to prepare. But I didn't expect that snowback Hraldi to show up. I must have been born under a bad star. I swore that the next meal I ate would be a Nordic feast. And I keep my oath, damn it. Besides, my sodding vassal. Ha! Thane Hraldi knows I'm here. I'm not going to give that.
Rigard knew from the moment he saw Thane Svine's belly. This is a Nord that acts with his gut, not his head. Rigard is much the same. Only he looks worse with his shirt off. But if our portly friend wants a fine Nordic meal, yes? Then Rigard will make him the mouth-wateringest Nordic roast boar that he's ever had. And to assure success, Rigard will elevate this dish with techniques he's learned from across Tamriel. Friend, Rigard spreads the joy of Nordic cuisine. Rigard's friend Farthor, a butcher from Greece.
Come on, you brainless cur! This way!
They're worse than drunkards after the mead hall closes. Shh! Don't mock the cursed! You'll call a hex down upon us!
Glad to see you're alive and well. I was getting worried with all the herald they've been bringing into the city. They've been taking them to the Temple of the Divines in Castle Dower. I suppose it's really the only place to care for them in their condition. Jarl Redharn gave him an earful the moment we entered the Blue Palace. Nord politics. It's a wonder to behold. One step removed from a barroom brawl. I'm disappointed they didn't start slugging each other, but it worked out in the end. Damn it. I was afraid of that. We're running out of time and we still don't fully understand what we're facing out there. Hey, where's the princess?
Assassins tried to kill the High King. They murdered Queen Gerhild.
Our poor king must be devastated. Princess, too.
What do you want? The Svanna I know would leave all this bother behind. Come back to the troll and let the royalty deal with this.
I am the royalty, Mog. It's time I started acting like it. Welcome to the princess's chamber, my friend. I don't remember the last time I spent more than a few moments in here. Anyway, no. But we saved Morthal, and stopped the Coven from getting the Grey Reliquaries at Carthwatch. And we brought the Hold leaders here. All of that matters. Take this, my royal allowance. I was going to buy wine, but you can make better use. We return to find my father is finally doing something about the Coven threat. But it's not enough. Extra patrols and rounding up the Herald is all well and good. But what we really need is a defense against the Harrow storms. Unfortunately, we've only recovered a few of the medallions. And Magister Fidelia hasn't determined what enchantment the medallions use to provide their protection. We need another solution. Right, Lyris mentioned that. Coincidentally, a courier delivered a message for you from Dusktown. I never heard of the place, but she said it was sent by someone named... Take the message from the table, then see if you can convince Fenorian to join us. Maybe with his help, we can devise a defense against the storms. I'll stay here and continue to annoy my father until he gives... You forget that I have help now. My father might be able to ignore me, but he'll have a harder time dismissing a Jarl and the court mage. It's funny. I don't care about his approval, but I'd like to earn his respect. With Mother gone, we're both going to have to work harder to keep our kingdom running. It will be easier if we find a way to get along. Take the message from the table, then see if you can convince Fenor.
Dusktown. I wonder what Fenn's found that led him back down there. Does his message give any indication of where we can find him? The settlement isn't big, but it's not... Well, it's a start. You know, I never imagined I'd be working alongside a vampire, let alone... You go on ahead. I need to get my axe sharpened before I go back down into Blackreach.
Those new arrivals, they didn't stop in Dusktown, went straight for those dwarven ruins.
I thought we were trying to keep this place a
What?
Hey, partner. Glad I found you. Now let's get Fen and return to the Blue Palace. Fen, you in here? Let's look around. Fen never struck me as a messy person. Could there have been a struggle here?
Doesn't seem like I'm getting much stronger.
Burnt papers. Someone was trying to hide something. Burnt journal pages, Fen's flask, and a strange old key. All found among clear signs of a struggle. But other than what's in the flask, we didn't see any blood. The key looks dwarven to me, and the notes mention a dwarven tower. They could be connected. The notes also indicate that Fen was going to meet with someone named Edyar east of the Dust. We have no idea who Edyar is, or who took Fen for that matter. It could be this Ashen Lord we heard mentioned, or maybe the Ice Reach Coven. The question is, why take Fen at all? Why not just kill him? Does he have information? More than likely. If they want to get...
sod off. This is my patch of ground. You don't listen too well, do you? All right. Talk fast and tell me why the silk shirt kept notes? Of course he did. And where is Fenorian? He's late, and he still hasn't compensated me for the information I gave him. Missing? Probably taken by the same bastard that has my packmates, Exart Singalis. Fenorian said he could provide a key to unlock their chains, if I told him about the experiments performed. Hircine's fetid breath, that's it! Look, the Lightless Hollow lies to the east, and Hircine. My packmates are in a work camp on the Lightless Hollow's west side. That's the big cavern to the east. You need that key to unlock the special chains that bind them. I'll meet you south of the work camp after you set them free. What else would you call them? My family? We're bound by a curse that makes us closer than any blood relatives. You find the pack and you stick together. We're werewolves, all right? Do I have to spell it out for you? Look. Singalis' helper made a mistake. Forgot to lock. Fenorian really wanted to figure out what Singalis was doing to my pack. He studied my wounds, took some fluids, and went back to get that key. He never told me where he found it. He's probably in Singalis' experimentation chamber.
None of the locals really wanted to talk. One or two admitted to seeing Fen, but no one witnessed any kind of disturbance at his lodgings. At least, no one saw anything they were willing to tell me. Why is everything so... Packmates? Edyar is a werewolf? This just keeps getting better